Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Pete Wichert, host of The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction, and you're gonna have to bear with me here on basically it's been a long couple weeks for me. Yeah, I was a little dehydrated. I had to go to the hospital, and again, this is 12/10/15. And speaking of hospitals, Obamacare it's due. The fines are starting to kick in, and I believe it's like 5 days. And that's what my first point is really here is, has Obamacare done anything different? What has it done different? And how could it actually threaten to possibly turn this country into hell in a second? I'm going to explain that in one moment. I also want to explain later on in the show. It's going to be a quick show today. I got to go to bed for a few hours before I got to get up for work. I got a UPS tomorrow. And then we're going to talk about someone you can't avoid, Donald Trump. And Donald Trump basically won an InfoWars. So we're going to talk about, the positives of that. Also, the negatives of himself, the person he is, and what his ambitions could be for running for president. Was that a wow? That airplane is loud. You guys hear that? That's how hard it is for me to sleep. I got to hear that stuff going by like all night, and I work out like literally right underneath them. So here we go. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the media blackout on one Hillary Clinton. Like basically, they've ignored just about everything she ever did, and have pretty much gave her let her pretty much. It's been easy for her. I mean, I thought they were going to challenge her a lot more. Like, one thing I really am supportive of Infowars is their shirts, like Hillary in prison. They're like one of the only them and Matt Drudge are like one of the few. I mean, and we are the underground media is holding her accountable, but the mainstream media seem to forgot about. I don't know, Benghazi, the stand down order. Let's see, all the gun smuggling, like just under her time, with like even the holder was really responsible. It's all the scandals, the email scandals, just the negative bullshit that happened under her watch in the Obama administration, in the Clinton administration. And also, we got to remember that honestly, her past, like the lawyer side. I mean, she was writing books bragging about people getting out of jail. I mean, this lady's a witch. So we're going to talk about these three things quickly on this December 10th of 2015 day. And yeah, I keep getting these damn Obamacare fucking uh, emails saying I have to sign up because I recently actually did try to see how much it is for insurance and stuff. And that's probably a mistake because now they like I'm easily accessible in the database, and I gotta watch out. Now they're like up my ass and shit. But yeah, so basically, I mean, the insurance is jacked. I can't afford it yet. They say I should because I have like two jobs, but yet I just started working for them and I didn't have that much money whatsoever left over. So, Obama, am I supposed to not eat and fucking pay insurance for some I might not use for the whole year and maybe 2, 3, 4 years? I mean, if something, good were to, I mean, bad were to happen, shit. Uh, we have a ton of illegal immigrants coming in that have to go to the hospital. They don't have health care. Um, who's paying for that? Why do the poor people of America have to suffer again? And it's not a color thing. It's black, white, Hispanic, legally. But Well, I mean, I don't understand how this deadline is going to be enforced. Are these tickets, taxes that they speak of, fines that they speak of, are they going to just be sent out like to everybody and it's just a big money scam? Is it going to be lightly enforced, or could it be to the extreme end? The very, very fucking extreme end of this is the FEMA camps that are built. A lot of people are, there's pictures of legals and military bases. I can't comment on what I thought Chicago's one was for obvious reasons of employment right now. But yeah, I mean, we know there's one in LAX. We know there's one possibly even here, like in Indiana. That old video, it could easily be converted. But I mean, it's really besides the point. We had Gruber, this guy, push this bill down our throats, write it with Ezekiel manual and stuff. Basically, call the American people idiots, say that he relied on us being so fucking stupid to get the bill passed. Obama said you could keep your doctor and insurance, and my mother and I lost our doctors and our insurance thanks to Obama, right? But my mom probably needed it the most when she passed away, right before she passed away. So thank you, asshole. And it was also supposed to be free. And again, I understand it's free for some people, but again, that was available prior as well through charitable organizations, also government programs. It was there. Nothing's changed really. The only thing that's changed is that the wealth has been transferred from these little clinics and doctors and radiologists that work at little shops, things like that. They're done. They're done. Taxes are way too high, and all the big corporations are getting money. It almost seems like somebody donated some money to Mr. Barack Hussein Obama's campaign, and he owed a lot of these corporations that happen to work in this industry fucking money, is what it seems like to me. And I read a lot of that damn fucking film, which is frustrating. So now you got to think about it. We had a lot of homeless people here, a lot of homeless people. Where do they go? What are we going to do with them? If they can't pay their fine repeatedly, they get fined 10 times. Jail? Do we throw someone in jail because they can't afford health insurance? Is that morally even plausible? To me, it's not. But no, they have FEMA camps. They have people right now that are crossing the border that are also eligible for this because they're not going to have insurance. So is this where they get the poor? Is this where they start the civilian inmate labor program and work us? Is this the beginning of concentration camps in America? There's a question that's not, I was asked in an email. It's not crazy. Not crazy at all, because honest to God, they're built, they're there, and now they have a reason to put us in. If we do not pay our insurance repeatedly, they're gonna have a task force, probably like similar to like the IRS, that stalks you. They're probably gonna track you down, and there has to be something. There has to be something that's done to you. There has to be some repercussions for not paying it. And I've heard rumors of the working and basically like slave labor. And I've heard rumors of FEMA camps. I've heard rumors of homeless people disappearing. In fact, I've seen videos, very compelling. Was I there? No. Do I believe it? Maybe not 100%, but it's compelling. And I've seen what other countries have done in the past. And yeah, it does not shock me, being German, that our government could get corrupt and evil quick. And yeah, the FEMA camp possibility is one, because you know what? There's a lot of Middle Eastern people right now that are being targeted by people like Donald Trump, and that's a good segue into that, I guess. And Donald Trump, said recently that he thinks that every single Middle Eastern person should be basically treated like a criminal, like a terrorist immediately. And of course, that's just ridiculous. That's insane, actually. But also, he went on InfoWars. He went on the Alex Jones show. So you got to give him credit for that. There's people that have died that have gone on the Alex Jones show. And I'm sorry if my voice is going right now. I've been working literally like 6 days a week, couple days, 15 hours a day. So I'm like beat. Probably gonna pass out right after this. But yeah, I mean, you got the courage of Trump going on InfoWars. You guys realness. Now you gotta think about his motivations. Is he really on the right side? Is he with us? Or is he playing a role? Is he the closer maybe? Like, was Obama the setup guy? Is that why he's just been laying on the back on the basically just sitting doing nothing for the most of the end of his presidency here? Now could Trump like get all the people, all the conservatives and libertarians all pumped up and win the election and basically just do the same thing Obama did and just screw us all and do what he wants and basically break all his campaign promises in a month? I don't know. I really don't know. I can't read this guy. I can't. I've tried. There's times I like him. There's times I'm very suspicious of him. Like, what is his comments today? So he's either a very good liar or he could be possibly in it for his own financial reasons. Excuse me. If he's in it for his own financial reasons, I could see why he has a invest. Basically, he gets money if you and I are making money because he owns a lot of companies and wants to see people have money to spend money. It's not complicated. So at least there's a motivation there. I could almost see him have a personal interest in like wanting to run the whole country just to ensure that he makes money. I could see that. I mean, the guy loves money so much that maybe he thinks he should run the whole country to ensure that he doesn't have to declare bankruptcy again. So I could see that, but I could also see him being like Bush 2.0 and just basically using the ISIS threat that we created, that America created. I like today that it was talked about in a big newspaper, but they had in quotations. No, we created it, and we funded them. And there's ironically, a Jewish guy, El Baghdadi or whatever how his name is. We're running him right now. So is Trump Bush 2.0? Does he bring this police state to a whole nother level because of the threat here of ISIS? Is ISIS Trump's Taliban and Al Qaeda? I mean, that's really what it boils down to. And is that his role? Could that be his role to bring in the next level of the police state here? I'm not sure, people, but I mean, it's pretty sad that Hillary Clinton, on our last point here, is basically another front runner, you could say, some people's minds at least. I don't understand. It almost makes me sick to my stomach how people can just forget about stand down orders and Benghazi. I mean, ambassadors killed. How they forget about her deleting the hard drives. How Dan Bongini or Bongino's public comments about their and basically drug abuse, their her history of being a lawyer and bragging about getting criminals out. I mean, she is the lowest of the low. Fake accents, acting like she's Southern when she's on the South, when she's in the South, and just like talking to. I mean, this lady is like a complete physical. Basically, she's the devil in fucking a body, dude. In a woman's body, she is the fucking devil. That's the best way to fucking explain it. And there's nothing good about her. Crack pipes on Christmas trees, mouse a tongue, ornaments on Christmas trees. If you don't believe me, look it up. It's not me that's saying this. It's Secret Service agent that was there, Dan Bongino. And yeah, I mean, we just started letting her off the hook, and it seems like they're setting her up for success. It seems like it's going to be Trump, like in a close second, probably, even though he's leading now in some people's minds. It's all confusing. I think it's going to be Bush Clinton again, and we're going to be stuck with these dynasties once again, which is ridiculous. It's like we're becoming like Britain, we're becoming like England. I mean, it's like basically royal families here, and it's something that we've done a pretty damn good job of avoiding, is following, the way that of the country that we split from for damn good reason: liberty, justice, and freedom. And now we're turning more and more into what we fought so hard to get away from for our independence and our rights and our freedoms that are being lost every day, slowly but surely. And even people like as promising as Donald Trump are still making statements that are basically hinting at escalation of police force and police state activity. And also, we have people like Hillary Clinton that could be even worse than all the rest of the candidates combined. And we have another Bush. So, as a country, we're in trouble right now. Um, Bernie Sanders is another guy. I mean, I don't know much about him, but he seems to me like he's using the marijuana thing to try to get the youth. He doesn't really care about it. He probably wants it banned still, but it's a good way to basically get the youth because he's so old. It was a strategy, political strategy. And yeah, I mean, that's her biggest competition. And on the Republican side, it's going to be Bush and Trump. It's going to go down till he gets the media sets it up. So it's probably going to be Clinton and Bush, and it makes me sick. So I almost want to support Trump, but then Trump could be even more dangerous. He could get our hopes up and just like Obama did, and crush them, and this actually 10 times worse, and then get both sides. And all of America should, at least after that incident, if that's the case, feel like the pain that a lot of people feel right now with like Obamacare, just the rates, with the standard of living, the lack of employment, and things got to change. And hopefully Donald Trump is doing it for the right reasons, and hopefully he's doing it, maybe possibly for selfish reasons, but still it helps us. Again, if your average person has money in their pocket, because then they could invest, they could buy in, into Trump's businesses, and therefore he makes money. It's not very complicated, so he would lose a lot of money to try to drive this country in the ground. So that is a positive. So I just want to see comments on this video. Tell me what you think about Trump. Tell me what you think about Mrs. Bitch Clinton. And also, I just want to thank everybody. And again, I'm going to be doing shows kind of like sporadically, try to give you guys a pre-warning, but they're live on Truth Stranger is the name of that account. Truth Stranger at YouTube. I told you, YouTube, you banned three of them. You banned three Pete Wichert accounts. You couldn't stop me. I'm back on live events, and I'm gonna, do my best, especially when I got some time off. Work at like New Year's Eve and all sorts of days. But when I do have time off, you can rest assured I'll be on the radio here, bringing you guys the real. I just pretty much wanted to come on and, speak my mind about these things that are, just drive me nuts when I watch TV. But God bless. Have a good night. Everybody stay vigilant, like Jesse Ventura says, and let's not believe every damn word that comes out of these candidates' mouths. Let's basically look into these things that they say. Is it plausible? Does it fit their style? Does it fit their personality? Break it down that way before we get all excited about one specific person. If he goes on InfoWars, or if you're still brainwashed by Clinton, why don't you look up her, past? And that's all I'm asking. Have a good night and peace. I'll probably get a show done before the weekend, so look for The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction on Truth Stranger channel. That's so fucking hard to say, but I'll be posting the link on my channel next time to Pete Wichert. Good night, everybody.